It's not as gory as it could be, especially I think for future episodes, but we'll get into that later on. That is pretty much my spoiler free breakdown. Does anyone want to add anything else? Donovan, Sky, anything you want to add before we jump into some spoilers?
No,
not really.
No?
I'm ready to get into some spoilers.
We're ready to get into some spoilers. All right, so this is officially your spoiler warning, and I'm going to make a big deal out of it to give you all as much time as possible to escape. From here on out, we will be discussing all the spoilers from episode 1 of Marvel's Moon Knight. This is more of an overview than a real breakdown shot for shot. So if you have not seen the episode yet, feel free to save or bookmark this episode and come back later. If you continue to listen at this point, you will be spoiled. A couple more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is everybody gone? Is it just us now?
I just heard the iCarly theme song play in my head.
Right. All right. It is just us friends who stayed up till 3 a.m. or midnight or what have you to watch Moon Knight. So welcome everyone. How are we doing?
How are the cool kids doing?
How are the cool kids doing?
I'm excited.
Last night it was literally me and Donovan and Sky up at crackhead hours. Literally. And Donovan and I were like, oh my God, that was so cool. And Sky was just deadpan the whole time. Did not say a word. But me and Donovan were like, whoa. So it was great.
I'm texting all day.
Literally been like, oh, I didn't notice this bit here. Oh, I didn't notice that bit here. We watched it 3 times, I think. Each of us have watched it 3 times. Alrighty, so we're gonna get into the spoiler breakdown. This is less of a shot, like I said, this is less of a shot for shot kind of thing. Because we saw it. I don't think we need to recap every single little thing that we saw.
Right.
Just go watch it again. But we're gonna start talking about different themes, different characters, and getting really into what the building blocks of this episode. So we're gonna start with the characters that we saw today. We'll talk about each character that we met and what their role is and their significance to the arc. So we'll start with Arthur Harrow, played by Ethan Hawke.
Dude, he was so cool.
That was really cool.
He was terrifying. Like he would make me, I don't know if I'd like submit to him or run in the other direction because
honestly, but his character started, and you could tell the intensity of the character, how the way that they started it off in a way that the MCU hasn't done before, which was show, although maybe Thanos snapping Loki's neck, but he literally like smashed a shot glass, wrapped it in cloth, and then put it in his shoes and then put on his shoes.
Yeah, that was actually a reference to the comics.
Which is, I think that was maybe that's worse than Thanos, because Thanos was more inflicting pain on others, and Arthur was inflicting pain on himself.
Right.
Which is probably more terrifying. Somebody who willingly puts themselves through pain like that. Probably more horrifying. So I guess Moon Knight was like, well, this is not your mama's MCU anymore. Which was really, really, really cool. The little that we saw of him though was very intriguing. I'm very interested to see where we go from here.
Yeah, for sure.
Next is JB, the security guard, played by Alexander Cobb. Again, didn't see much of him, but one of the followers of Arthur. And it's interesting how this expands, not just from was it Swiss Alps, I want to say, where they ended up going?
Yeah. This
expands farther from that area and goes in. This is more of a global thing, the following that Arthur has. And it was really interesting to see how infiltrated the antagonist is in society, the society that Stephen lives in. Next we had Donna, the museum owner, played by Lacey Thackeray. And probably just like to be the random mean character that we meet before things get worse.
She could die and I couldn't care, honestly.
I know. I probably, Arthur could get her and it'd be fine.
Right.
Honestly, he will get her.
Yeah. The scales, you have chaos in you. Bye.
Oh yeah, bye. Next we have Dylan, the tour guide, played by Saffron Hawking, which was the tour guide that Mark must have asked out, I guess. If Stephen has no recollection of it, Mark must have asked her
Yeah.
So interesting little tidbit there. We have Khonshu voiced by F. Murray Abraham.
Scary.
Very
Dude,
interesting.
I love him.
That was really cool. I told this to Sky earlier today. I love the Venom flavor.
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
that role. It wasn't necessarily exactly Venom.
No, but just
I
like the
loved,
Venom-esque, the vibe,
yeah,
like,
the flavor,
internal deep voice.
yeah. It was scolding. It was probably not as blunt as Venom is, or as crude as Venom is, but it was like a sophisticated. If Venom were sophisticated,
right?
That's what he would sound like.
The intelligent Venom.
Yeah, intelligent Venom. That's what it is. And then we have, of course, the man of the hour, Stephen Grant / Mark, played by Oscar Isaac.
Wow. Like,
wow.
I'm speechless right now.
The amount of times
that
Donovan and I were like, I would let Oscar Isaac use ankle shackles in bed with me. Like, I'd let him.
Coming over.
I'd let him. No, I mean, and I was telling Sky this earlier. Imagine, being scraping the bottom of the barrel with Poe Dameron in Star Wars to being the new secret weapon of the MCU.
Literally. That's like a complete 180.
I know. What a performance. I loved his little like bumbling British accent. I think something that you told me, Sky, was that you couldn't understand him.
Yeah, there was a lot that I couldn't understand.
And I was like, that might be intentional.
Right.
It might be because Stephen kind of bumbles his way through life. And I don't necessarily think that Stephen has a lot of forethought. I think that he is really just saying whatever happens in the moment that he's thinking. And sometimes that can go one way and then quickly swerve the other way. As opposed to Mark, who speaks very like crisp and precisely and intensely, which was more like Poe Dameron in a way, which I was like, oh, it's like watching Poe again. I like that. It's like, this is justice for Poe. That's what this is. And you mentioned this to me earlier, Donovan. So we have Stephen / Mark's quote unquote mom.
Like, he's always calling her, leaving voicemails, like, but he never speaks to her. And he gets like a gift card, or not a gift card. Oh my gosh, a postcard from her. But later we see the same postcards at the museum that he works at.
Oh.
So if his mom sent it to him from wherever this postcard is from, why are the same ones
where
he works?
The same place? Yeah.
Right.
That's interesting.
It'll be interesting to see what's real and what's not real in the span of the episodes. So yeah, that's what I'm most excited for. How
much is fabricated by Mark to keep Stephen in the dark?
Oh, you're a poet. Look at you go.
There we go. All right, we have the living statue man, played by Bertrand Crawley.
Yeah, so basically he was Mark Spector's kind of like informant in the city. So the fact that Stephen is talking to him as himself, that he doesn't know this man, but he just feels comfortable talking to him. So that could kind of foreshadow that this is going to be him. And the director already kind of said that, we do have a Crowley. So.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I like that. That's going to be fun. Okay. And then lastly, we have, can you pronounce his name for me? I don't think I know how to say it right.
Layla. I don't know. Al-Fawley.
Layla Al-Fawley / Girl on Phone.
Yeah, she was the one who had all the missed calls in between. Oh my gosh, what was the other guy's name?
Mark.
No, on the phone there was all her missed calls.
I wrote it down.
You did.
Something. But yeah, she was the one who was calling. Then he called her, and she's like, "I've been trying to call you for months." And
it's under the D.
Duckham.
Yeah.
Duckham.
Yeah. But she's the one that we've seen in like the clips with the girl and she's basically an archaeologist. And from Egypt, so that could be really interesting how she plays into this.
I'm excited to see. She hasn't even started yet.
We've only heard her.
So that's the breakdown of the characters that we met in episode 1, and I'm sure as we get deeper in, we'll learn more about them and talk more about them, of course, and their progression in the story. But we're gonna sidetrack a little bit because it is the